3 good points, but they're still very fragile for me.
At 2-2, Stevie, you thought, it's happening again. They're going to throw away yet another lead.
Yep.
But you have to give credit to their character and resilience and bringing Fred on, because in the end, they got the job done.
Yeah, it was a good move. And at 2-2, I was thinking of all these stories with me here in the dressing room, and I thought, this will be a test.
OK.
Because this game suited to find out whether they had any character or whether they were together. Because you're playing against a side that just runs forever. That means you have to try and match it. The weather conditions were horrendous. Could be easy just to blame that. And of course, you've gone from 2-0 up, coasting, to 2-2. And they came through it with flying colours. So all this nonsense with the dressing room, this second half performance coming back from 2-2 tells you that that's not the case. Because a team that's not together wouldn't have come back in that fashion and in that manner and that desire. And you could tell the way they were celebrating that they were all together. So I think this is a big result for them. I think it'll probably shut a lot of people up that have been talking about all these stories about dressing room unrest.
Right.
Because that performance didn't have a problem with a dressing room on it.
Jules, you and your journalists have been writing all about this dressing room unrest. Does it show that it's all nonsense in the way in which they came back today?
No, I mean, I agree with Stevie in the sense that you saw the togetherness today and the way they reacted after going to 2-2, I think is a good indictment of where this team is at. However, there's still tensions in that dressing room, and we know it between some players of different generations, for example, even around the armband and the captaincy, all of that. But you can still show togetherness, even if you don't agree on who should be your captain or who should not be your captain. It's just that this was a huge win, like the Brighton one, really. Now, two wins in a row, by the way. Not playing great against Brighton, finding a way of winning. Today, I thought was much better, despite the conditions, and the pitch was borderline playable, really. And yet, they fought hard, they controlled the game first, then, as they always do, threw away the lead, but then came back. Rangnick was good, so there was a lot of positives, but it's still not perfect yet, and I think there's still a lot of work to be done there.
Hey, it's fun, though, Shaq. Every game should be played in the rain.
Yeah, it was. Listen, elements like that are a leveler. You know, if you're the lesser of two teams, that's the kind of conditions you want. And that's exactly who Leeds were and exactly what they got, especially at home in this derby. And they almost made the most of it. But I think I'm with everybody else in saying that I thought United were fully deserving of the 3 points, despite the comeback from Leeds. How you can't cater for that opening goal from Leeds to start the second half, and then they equalised soon after. But then I thought United showed a resolve that we've been asking for quite some time, and credit to them, because they responded, and I think despite the football not being great, this was a big morale boosting performance for Manchester United.
And one that was needed, as I mentioned, because of what happened around them over the last 24 hours. We saw victories for Arsenal, obviously Spurs as well. Wolves beating Leicester. It is so tight in this race for a top 4 place. According to the bookies, it is Arsenal, then Manchester United, then Spurs, then West Ham, then Wolves, in that order as to who will get 4th, Stevie. Do you agree?
Oh, my goodness. This is an ever-changing answer. Because from week to week, we see performances and results that make you change your mind.
Sure, and it's Arsenal-Wolves midweek as well, which is huge.
I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I said that I thought Tottenham might be all right.
Right.
And then last week, I decided, you know what? They've been so bad. 3 losses, so they're so bad. There's no way. And then they turned around and beat Manchester City.
Yep.
In Manchester. Honestly, it's a complete guess right now. You could throw a dart at all those names, and you could be right.
I'll tell you what, Frank, if you're going for value, Wolves at 20-1 isn't bad, is it? They didn't play particularly well today against Leicester, but they get the win and it's 3 more points.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.